And we're good. Yay. My head is heading very badly. Our Twitch is switching. The YouTube. Any day now, YouTube. There we go. Good job. Yeah, that's much better. Yeah. My head hurts. I woke up like 30 minutes ago. But hey, we get to play more Final Fantasy 3. I am enjoying this so much more than the original version. It feels a lot better. Like, I don't necessarily think the Pixel Remaster version is the best version all the time. But for Final Fantasy 3, I absolutely do think so. I think Final Fantasy 3 absolutely does hit that nice, sweet spot of actually, like, being the best version. Final Fantasy 3 is also weird because it's been re-released a few times, and there's been additional content in the re-releases, but there have not been... But they've been different every time in very different ways that usually relied on, like, weird mechanics of the game, of that particular version. Final Fantasy 3 is weird. It's weird. Because, yeah, a big issue that a lot of people had, myself included, when the Pixel remasters were announced and when they came out, was the fact that none of the additional content from the later re-releases of those games would be available, which was very annoying. And I don't like that. That's lame. But I don't think it's that bad for 3, because 3 was always a weirdo when it came to its post-game content anyway. So yeah, there's not going to be any post-game stuff for 3, aside from me, like, scrounging up and completing achievements, so... Although, we are almost done with all the achievements. We have most of them right now. Let's see. Yeah, we're missing 12. So, you know, it could be worse. Oh, speaking of list of stuff and listening to things, I actually re-listened to the original and the Pixel Remaster soundtracks and have added songs from those onto the collection, so yay. Because that's going to be fun, because, yeah, I love 3's soundtrack. Definitely my favorite of the NES games. Although I like some songs in 1 a lot, but it's definitely 3. God, my head hurts. Like, no joke. I woke up. I did the dishes, did some cleaning. I was gonna make dinner, but some people in the house are still sick, so I'll make it tomorrow. Yeah. Ugh. God, Ristar was a fun playthrough. No one watched it, but I don't care, because I got to play Ristar, so... God, I love Ristar. But sorry, the musical stylings of Richard Starr now need to wait, so we can get to our next 5 songs. Monster Sanctuary would be a fun game to play on stream. With that game has like alternate, like modes built into it. Like, you can do, like, Nuzlocke in that game. And you can do, like, you can do, like, an actual just randomizer in that game. I kind of want to do it. Monster Sanctuary is neat. I want to play some of their other games, but I don't have money, so. Cause yeah, they made a bunch of other like really good, like creature games. Yeah, like Aethermancer, and a few others. Like I want to play Aethermancer too. Aethermancer looks amazing. I like this theme. Alrighty. I already forgot what song we're on. I need a nap. This is up there for one of my favorite Balrog songs. Balrog has amazing songs most of the time. I love the HD remix one that OC Remix did. This one. Oh my god, I love this one so much too. Either I think this one or the Mega Man versus Street Fighter 1 is my favorite. I think this one eclipses it just ever so slightly. I gotta re-listen to that soundtrack. It's been a while. Because this song was always the one that like stuck out to me the most. Alrighty. Hey, it's the wrong Final Fantasy. That's the one that's coming up next. After a bit. I don't know which version of 4 to play. 4 is really is another game where like every version has like a couple of differences that like kind of matter in the grand scheme of things. I kind of want to play the Pixel Remastered, that one too, but I also don't. Because that means like waiting another who knows how long until it goes on sale and I have money. I'm gonna play the worst version of 5, but I don't know if I want to do that with all the other ones. Hands, everybody. And everybody just clap your hands. I love No More Heroes. Ah. Here we go. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. One more. Balls! One more. Yeah, alrighty. Enough dillying and dallying. Let's get to the Final Fantasy-ing. Click, click. Go up there. You go in the corner. Alrighty. So yeah, last time we stopped outside. We got a big ship with big, and we stopped outside this place. So let's go inside. What is this place? The Cave of Shadows. Shadow! Alrighty, so there's a lot of enemies in this place that are available in the previous dungeons. So we're just gonna... That has Break. That has Bazaga. Yeah, we're gonna multi-target. So we're gonna just keep an eye out for the new guys. Let's see, there's 3 new guys. And they all seem relatively common-ish, so hopefully that doesn't take too long. Nice. Alright, now that everyone has that on setup, we should be good. Hi. I came here from Falgabard to further my training. Be careful of monsters. They multiply when attacked with normal swords. No, they multiply anyway. That's a fucking lie. Those guys we've seen, of course. Ow! I'm in the back row! Why'd that do so much damage? Hi. Sir, are you alright? I thought I had mastered the Dark Blade. I was wrong. Perhaps it's fate that has brought us together. Take the sword. Well, thanks! Oh, goodbye. He'll be fine. Yeah, he'll be fine. How many treasures are in this place? 9 and 1 item. Alright. Or 1 more item. Blech. Ow. Ow! Ow. Rock slide! See, they're a bit too alive for my taste. I don't like that. Much better. Oh, there's a new enemy, or 2 new enemies, the Vasago and the Hellish Horse, so we're only missing 1. Ow. Ow. I don't like taking almost 300 damage while I'm in the back row, game. Stop it. Quicksand. Damn it. Oh my lord! Why does everything in here hurt? I like that when you go into a hidden section, it gets revealed on the map. That's really handy. Ira Candy! Rock slide! Eating dinner, you're good. Okay, those are stairs. I don't want those. Wait, hold on. I should heal, because, yeah, they actually hurt. I have not really done grinding in the traditional sense. So I don't know what exactly, what our appropriate level should be. I think we should be fine, because I've been getting... Every time I have grinded, it's literally just popped up because an enemy is just like, oh, it's being rare, and I'm just like waiting. Let's guess. What's weak to the 5th gym? So the 5th gym is Koga, so use anything that uses either psychic type moves or ground type moves. Except on Coughing, because Coughing has Levitate, so you can't use ground type moves on Coughing. Or you could just hit him really hard neutrally. Honestly, what you could probably do... did you do the Safari yet? No? Okay, so you should probably do the Safari, because the Safari gives you Surf and Strength when you do it. And that one, and, you know, you can just use that, because those are really good. It's nearby. Yes, it is right. It is at the top. It's at the top of Fuchsia City. It's the building at the top of it. But it's kind of a maze, and you need to take the right path in order to get both of the things you need. But once you do, it's pretty easy. There's other things in there, but honestly, you only really need Surf and Strength. So, Ow. What's he in? Oh, goodbye. Wow. Because, yeah, and then after you beat Koga, you can actually, you know, surf on the water, so you can go wherever all the water is, which means you can get a couple of other things. Like, after you get surf, you can get Zapdos and Articuno. Alright, we're just missing one guy. He hasn't popped up yet. Oh, Wigglytuff to learn Flamethrower? I guess. Bam! Oh no! Okay, we're good. I don't know. Me personally, like, I just don't touch the game corner. I just stay away from the casino in pretty much every playthrough. It's annoying as hell. I can teach Wigglytuff Surf. You can teach a lot of things Surf. You gotta remember, Surf is like a big old water wave when it's used as an attack, but like, realistically, when you use it as a move, it's just your Pokemon swimming. So basically, if you think a Pokemon can swim, it can probably learn Surf. Oh. And also, there's some things that you wouldn't be able to guess would be able to swim that can swim anyway. Nah, Wigglytuff can definitely swim. That motherfucker's a balloon. He be floating. He can swim. Ow. 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 God, these guys hurt. What level are we? I don't think I've actually, we're at 30s. Oh, okay. So almost level 40. I don't know if I'm going to do, like, an absurd amount of endgame grinding like I did with Final Fantasy 1. I mostly just did that in Final Fantasy 1 because it was funny. And that's just the way I usually play the game, because it's funny that way. Yes, okay, so the Safari Zone, basically, you can't use your own Pokemon. You walk in, and there's random Pokemon, and then you can either catch... You can throw a Pokeball, you can throw a rock at them that'll make them angry, it'll make them harder to catch, but it also means they won't run away, and if you give them food, it'll make them easier to catch, but they'll more likely run away. So usually it's just better to just immediately just throw Pokeballs when you see something you want. They give you their own, like, special ball while you're there that you can only use there. Alright, and there's the last enemy, Kronos. Alright, cool. And there's a couple of Pokemon that are there that you can only get there. Like, Tauros, as an example, or Chansey. How are we doing on completion? 3 more chests, 1 more item. Alright, cool. Any Pokemon worth getting? Well, Chansey is Chansey, so there's that. They also have Scyther there, Kangaskhan, Tauros. Again, realistically, you just get what you... Oh, that's also where you can get a Dratini if you don't want to get one from the casino, and that's usually where I get mine. Because, yeah, I fucking hate gambling, so... A lot of the better ones are rare, though, so just keep that in mind. Alright. Alrighty. Yeah, so like, unless you really want Chansey, you really don't need to bother with any of the Pokemon that are there. Especially because defensive Pokemon tend to be harder to use in single player. Can anyone use this? Is anyone even using shields? No. Now, if this was Gen 1, I would have been like, oh yeah, absolutely get Tauros and Chansey, but this isn't Gen 1, so... Alright, that's all three of it at once. Why are they all green? They're so green. Is the power of long division just the power of green? Why are they so green? Okay, so there's probably a Genji male in this place then. Ow. You can get Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres before the 5th gym. No, because you need to be able to use Surf. And you can't Surf until you beat the 5th gym. And you won't be able to get Moltres because he's in a completely different area than he was in the original game. You can get Articuno and Zapdos, but you can't get Moltres until after you beat the Elite Four because of where they moved him. There's the armor. What are we missing? Alright, so we're just missing the item. Alright, we're good. Now, mind you, that's also if you even want to use, like, Zapdos and Moltres, because, like, realistically, you already have Jolteon, so, like, you know, there's that. And Articuno is, like, fine. But I think I might honestly prefer prefer Lapras, because it's just a bit more versatile. Yeah, Pokemon's weird. They're mid. No, they're just not... You kind of already have things that they do on your team already, right? So you don't want to be redundant. That's the thing. Like, when your Pokemon team is, like, widely balanced, that's a lot better than having several Pokemon that do the exact same thing. Like, you don't need multiple Pokemon to do the exact same thing, you know what I mean? Like, that's what it comes down to. Like, Zapdos especially is really good, but you already have Jolteon, so do you really need another, like, electric type that's, like, spamming attack? Not really. Grind them up instead? Well, I wouldn't do that either. I'd say just at least catch them, because they only pop up once. Alright, the boss is right here, so we're gonna quick save and fight him. No, we're not. Fuck you, game. Ow. Rock slide. Alright, yoink. Who was it that broke the seal and released me from my slumber? Behold! Hecaton Share! I love that name, by the way. I always love the fucking... That's always fun. Alright, so we're gonna boost, we're gonna terrain. This guy's not that strong. We don't need to, like, care too much. Is it Protectica? It's not. Let's haste Lauren so she can fucking annihilate this dude in one hit, because that's gonna be really funny. Rock slide! Ow! You know, Lauren might not have to, be the one that does the finishing blow here. Oh, never mind. There she goes. Oh, look at that. He's still alive. Good job. Oh, yeah? How do you like earthquakes? Bam. Die. Yep. Good old haste. God, I love haste. Haste is such a simple but effective spell. Alright, just like that, we got the Fang of Earth. Alright, and that's everything in here. It's all the enemies, it's all the items, so let's get the fuck out. Alright, we're gonna go in our ship. We're gonna take a nap. Yeah! Let's buy some more potions. That would make me feel better. How much can we buy? We have a lot of money. Arrive to Fuchsia. Next stream should just battle the gym or explore the city. Honestly, both. I'd say go to the Safari Zone and then fight the gym. I think that's what I would do. That way you can have surf and strength. Alright, let's save real quick. Like, actually save, not quick save. There we go. Alright, cool. Alright, let's fly. Alrighty, now that that's done... we need to go to that, like, area that's, like, up and to the left. The bridge of the biker battles are long. Yeah. So if you took the other path, like I said, you could have went on the bike path or the other path. The other path is longer because you gotta walk the entire time and there's, like, not a quick way to get back. Which is why I really, really, really recommended the bike path. Like, the bike path was faster. You went the water route? Oh, Lord. Yeah, the water path has, like, way more dudes. Like, a ton more fights, though, is the thing. And there's a lot of them that you can't skip. With the bike path, you could, like, fight, like, four of those dudes, and you could go around the rest of them. Like, honestly, you probably fight less than that, because, like, depending on how you move, even though you're on the bike, you can, like, skip a couple of those guys, honestly. It's really silly. Alright, so yeah, we need to go over here. Oh, we can save while in the air. That's cool. We're not going to, because we need to get down here. Yeah, because what we gotta do is break these. Yeah. And break this one. This is what the fangs were for. Level 34 Krabby. I think on that path, not necessarily. I don't know. I tend to ignore levels whenever I'm playing the game. Like, I've played Pokemon enough where the levels of stuff doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Ow. 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 Earthquake. Alright, let's take a nap again. Those guys hurt. Alright, and now we can go over here. Into this... No. Get out of the air! This is my air! You get down! Yeah! Cool. Alright, we go over here. Yeah, we can just get down. We don't need to take another nap. Alright, so let's save. Let's head on in. The ancient... I just stepped in here, ma'am. Rock slide! Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Alrighty, so we go inside. And here is the Earth Crystal. Something attacks. You're surrounded. On Master Zandy's orders, you will all be swallowed by darkness. I don't want the darkness swallowing me, please. No, thank you. And it's Titan. He looks a little familiar. Alright, so we'll just do the same thing then. Boost. Hit him with the terrain. And then we will haste Lauren. And then haste Brian afterwards. Ow. See, matter of fact, can we, do I have, like, a big healing item? Yeah, you know what? We're gonna Bacchus Cider with you. That way I can heal. Because his magic's not doing too much against this guy, so we'll just have him, boost the dudes. Ow! Alrighty. What other items do we have here that we could, like, actually use? I don't think we have anything else that's, like, major. No, not really. Yeah, alright, so in that case, you go back to terrain. We'll have him do emergency healing if we need it. Alright, so we're at full health, so we should be good. Yeah, we're good. Alright, cool. Yeah, you know what? Matter of fact, we'll just do that again. Jesus Christ, that damage. Oh god, that was a crit. We're gonna hit a Curaga here. We're a bit hurt. Ow! Do we wanna... Fuck it. Bam. If he's even gonna live at the end of this. Ow. Oh yeah? Well, how you like this? Bam! That would have been really funny if that killed him. Oh wait, what about this one? Yeah! Look at him. He's allergic to wind. What are you, a little baby man? And finally, we get the Earth Crystal. Warriors of Light, the mortal known as Xande is using my powers for the utmost evil. He plans to drown the world in darkness. You must use the power within me to cast away the cloud of darkness. Okay, but like, why was that capitalized though? And we get our final jobs, Magus, Devout, and Summoner. Sikr's Tower is a conductor for light. Xande plans to use it to amplify our powers and summon the Cloud of Darkness. Go to Sikr's Tower and stop Xande. Alrighty. So, those final jobs, as you might guess by those names, are mages. Yes, we have mages. Magus, Devouts, and Summoners. So, let's do some switching. So, how these work is they are essentially stronger versions of the previous jobs. So, the Magus, if we take a peek at the black magic here, has much better stats, basically. Oh yeah, we can't be using those yet because they're not a summoner. We could be summoning. We've not been summoning too much at all, actually, which is kind of funny. It's not that they're bad. Summons are weird in Final Fantasy, not gonna lie. We're not going to transform Logic just yet, because I want them to get to job level 99, because that's another achievement. So they're going to stay a white mage for the time being. So yeah, let's get out of here. And yeah, that means we're not going to be using terrain anymore, sadly, but, you know, we'll live. So, we're going to get inside, we're going to take a nap. Alrighty. Let's save. Bam. Alright, cool. Alright, where are we going? Because now we can go to the final dungeon, but there's, as you might imagine, a ton of extra stuff we can do right before that, and we're doing it. Bam, bam. So yeah, what kind of big stuff, big old big stuff. Yeah, let's hit him with that. Oh, those guys are fucking baby mode. Never mind. All right, cool. I mean, they were getting blasted by cannons, but still. Good old Bio. I love Bio. Bio has always been one of my favorite spells. Alright, so, first things first, we actually need to go grab the Enterprise. We're going underwater. Yeah, the Enterprise is over here. This is where we left it, so let's go on and grab it now. Alright. And we're gonna go on the opposite end of the continent. Over here. Now, sadly, we don't have our big ship anymore. But good news, that means we get to hear the underwater song again! Yay! Oh no! There was a misinput! Go back underground! Underwater. We're trying to get wet! And we're gonna head in here. Yeah, I can save underwater. Cool. Alright. Ah! Okay. Alright. This is the Saronia Catacombs with a bunch of enemies! Yeah, all the enemies in here are like super bitch baby mode now. Yeah, we're a little strong. So let's see, how many enemies are here? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And one of them seems rare. So there's 5 more. Alrighty, cool. Also, you know what? Hold on. No joke. The guys in here might be, like, so weak. I might not actually have to, use that. We're gonna do this. Pidgeotto might evolve soon. Yeah. There we go. Much better. There's a Golem Staff. Centros? That's a funny name. Wham! Gaia Vest, Aegis Shield. Okay, that's a lot of Centroses. That's enough. Oh, he's blind. We gotta unblind him. There we go. Reflect Mail. We haven't really had to use that yet. A Diamond Bell. Is that the stronger? What? I'm not a fucking Geomancer anymore. It doesn't matter. Sadness. I missed it already. Balors. Oh, Lord. How far am I into the game? We are doing the last couple of things before the final dungeon. And the final dungeon has a secret dungeon in it. So, yeah. Monsters! Oh, never mind. This is Centros. Ouroboros. I don't like that. I don't like that space. An elixir. What's in this one? Another one. And now there's not. Are all the top ones Ouroboroses and all the bottom ones Centroses? Game, this is very silly. And these are all Phoenix Downs and Elixir. This is goofy. This is very goofy game. I want you to know that. Will I watch the Mario Galaxy movie? I haven't even watched the first one. I haven't watched too many, like, newer movies. Alright, well, that's all the chests, so let's get in there. Oh, it's this fucking dude. Oh, wait, is this Odin? Yep. Do I watch MCU Marvel? I do not. I actually don't really... don't really care necessarily for, like, comic stuff. I've never really been that big into, like, superheroes, DC or Marvel, honestly. Alright, so we're gonna boost. Alright, we're gonna hit this man with the big old damage. Bam. Alright, and then we're gonna haste. What movies would I see? Well, like, it just depends. Like, I'm not... Like, the most recent movie I've seen was the Naked Gun remake. the rebooted Naked Gun, and that was hysterical. I watched that with Remy. We really liked it. But yeah, I'm not too big, or like if I do watch movies, it's usually because I'm watching them with other people to show them for the first time. Like, yeah, I don't know, like, just video games are just my preferred media because of how much more involved they feel. So, like, yeah, I just tend not to watch movies or shows too much. As weird as that may seem. Damn! Will cinema movies have ads in them? I highly doubt that, dude. Like, movie theaters are already struggling as is. If they do something like that, their fucking attendance is gonna plummet even more than it already is. Alright, there we go. Alrighty, we got Odin. Did I watch Endgame? No, I've actually not watched a single Avengers. Like I said, I'm just not into superheroes. I've just never really been into superheroes. Ow. Let's see, matter of fact, are we missing any of the enemies in here before we leave? Let's see, we got that one, we got that one, we got that one. We're missing one. No, we're missing two, actually. Huh. Well, let's stay here just a bit longer. Matter of fact, just in case, let's go on the second floor, because I have a feeling it might be one of those fucking things where it's like, it'll only appear on this floor rather than the other one. Like, I know what happens in the Avengers movies, like, and I know, like, the most famous parts, but yeah, I just haven't watched any of those movies. I'm just, eh. The way I put it, like, I don't... Oh, here they are. Like, a movie has to be either, like, spectacular or dog shit for me to watch it, and I don't really want to put up with movies that are, like, in between. If that makes any sense. Like, I don't want to watch just like a, yeah, that was good. No, I want to watch, oh, that was fantastic, or, wow, that was dog shit. Like, that's just the kind of Finding Nemo. I would classify Finding Nemo as fantastic. I would absolutely watch Fantastic again. I think I would put most Pixar movies in fantastic. My favorite being The Incredibles. The Incredibles is my favorite Pixar movie. Which is really funny, considering I literally just said that I'm not too into superheroes. But considering my favorite superhero movie is The Incredibles, when you compare all the other superhero movies to The Incredibles, kinda makes you understand why I don't like the other ones as much, doesn't it? Because The Incredibles is beyond phenomenal. Like, it's like a genuinely perfect movie. Want to do a tier list? That'd be a good idea, just like ranking, like, movies. That'd be weird, though, because there's a lot of movies I just haven't fucking seen. Alright, that's all of the enemies in that section. Up next. Alrighty, we need to get back to the Invincible. I'm sorry, underwater song! Alrighty. So now, we need to go back to the floating continent. And the fastest way to do that, I think, is just to go over here. Is it this thingy? Yeah, here it is. Yeah, we're back on the floating continent. Yay! But now that we have the Invincible, what we're going to do is go over here. Yeah, this big old waterfall. Yeah, you see that guy? You remember that thing from way back in the beginning of the game? Yeah, we're gonna go fight it now. Ah! Let's see. Boop. Oh wait, hold on. I think we gotta get off here. No, wrong side. I am blind. Oh, look at these little goobers. Look at how little damage they do to us now. Those poor bastards. There we go. So yeah, touch that guy. Welcome to Lake Door. Let's see, how many enemies are here? Only 3, and one of them is kind of rare. Alrighty. And how many chests are in here? A lot! Jesus Christ. Alright. Earthen Drums, Heavenly Wrath, Arctic Wind, Phoenix Downs. Alright, well, there's one of them. And, yeah, most of the stuff here is under the sea, so actually, no, let's stick to fire for the time being. Because there's more fire, pee-pee. Stare. Don't stare at me! Wake up! We got a high potion, another high potion, another high potion, and an elixir. Are they still asleep after battle? No, okay, cool. Alright, there's one of the other enemies, the sea lion. Quite literal, ow, that hurt. Quite literally a sea lion. White musk? What the fuck is that? Deals light damage. Aegis Shield, Lamia Scale, Bacchus Cider, Turtle Shell. Turtle House, Oh, there we go! There's all 3 enemies. There's the Remora. Alright, perfect. Ow! They hurt! Alright, now we just need to get all the treasure. More lions. Dead lions. A lot of dead lions. We're playing... we're playing fucking... Oh my god, what was it? I see it in my head. Scribblenauts. Yeah. We're just solving every problem with dead lions. Fair enough. Black musk. I don't think I like that either. Yay. Lilith Kiss, Raven Yawn, and I think that's all of them. Yes, it is. Let's see. Bum, bum. Bum, bum. Alrighty. Yep, down we go. Get out of here! Bam! Delicious grilled crab. Actually, those guys are a bit funky because they're like crabs and they're squiddy. What do they taste like more? Alright. Let's full heal before we fight the suspicious-looking serpentine monster that's right there that we definitely are not going to be seeing for the rest of the time we play Final Fantasy. Hi! I am Leviathan. None but the chosen of light may borrow my power. Will you test your merit? Yeah! Alright, there's Leviathan. He's looking kind of chopped, but you know what? It's a fine. It's okay. You know, we can't all look our best. You know what's funny? The reason I do that is because it gives me a good, like, buffer time to actually close the stream. If that makes any sense. So, like, when I do it, it's like, oh, it's a good, like, mental track to be like, oh, when I cut the stream here, it will, like, end here, and that will give, like, enough time so nothing I say at the end of the video probably gets cut out. Okay, he is bullying Tyler. Oh yeah, well, we probably don't need to heal, but you know, just to be safe. Ow! That was cool animation. Well, Jesus Christ, good thing we did that. Oh yeah, well, oh wait, I don't have the, where is it? Yeah! Never mind. Exporting stream into videos take up so much storage, 2-hour streams. Yeah, if you're editing and if you're like streaming and like saving the stream to like edit it later for an actual video, yeah. Alright, and there's Leviathan. And we're not done yet, because you might notice that this is Final Fantasy 3, but we fight dragons. We've not fought any dragons so far. Time to change that. You just keep only uncut. Yeah, I just put the whole stream, like, yeah, just the whole stream VOD. Like, I haven't done any actual, like, properly edited videos. And if I do, it would probably be, like, something extremely different and not just, like, a regular stream. Like, there's a idea that my brother was giving me that I kind of want to get to and kind of want to talk about. But, yeah, it would be one of those. I wouldn't, I'm essentially just focusing on streaming. Alrighty, now we need to go over here. Yeah, to this funny-looking cave right here. Whee! Alright, and in here is Bahamut's lair. Yeah, remember that guy who attacked us way at the beginning of the game and tried to feed us to his babies? Yeah, time for some vengeance. Alright, there are 5 new enemies here, and everything is pretty self-explanatory, so let's get to it. Heavenly Wrath, Earthen Drums. Alright, there's some of them. Grenades and Drakes. I love the grenades. They're some of my favorite enemies in Final Fantasy. We might actually want to use Blizzaga while we're here. Oh, no, wait, never mind. These guys are baby mode. Yeah, we'll be fine. Phoenix down, Arctic Wind. How many chests are in here? 13 and 1 item. Alright, cool. I need a fire Pokemon, so I kind of need Moltres. You have Vulpix. That's what you got the Vulpix for. Because, yeah, you don't get Moltres until after the Elite Four. You need to beat the game first to get Moltres now. I'm not grinding Vulpix. Well, I have bad news for you. Then you don't have that many options, because there's not that many fire Pokemon in Gen 1. Okay, these guys do hurt, though. They don't have that much health, but they hurt. That was not what I meant to do. That was a misinput. Fuck. Well, you know what? Since we're out here. You know what? No mistakes. Happy little accident. It's okay. Wigglytuff Flamethrower it is. That's not going to be strong enough sometimes. Because Wigglytuff doesn't have stab on Flamethrower, so... It's also one of the many reasons why Clefairy would have been a little better, because Clefairy has just a bit more offensive stats and is a bit more balanced, but yeah, it's like... Like I said, like, listen, at the end of the day, do what you want, but just be prepared to... There's going to be upsides and downsides to choices. There's an opportunity cost when you choose certain things over other things. Spam potions. Yeah, pretty much. Turtle House. Oh, this is going to hurt. Yeah, this hurts. And now it doesn't hurt. Phoenix down, Black Musk, Kotetsu, Elixir. Is Kotetsu stronger? I don't think it is, right? No, we have 3 of them. That should say enough. Is that everything in here? Yep, that's everything. All right. Roar! The voice of Bahamut thunders from outside the cave. Test yourselves in battle. Well, you heard the man. Behold, the first Bahamut. Alrighty, you know, I gotta say, not my personal favorite Bahamut design. I don't feel... more importantly though, where is the Bacchus Ciders? We need to buff our friends, so let's do just that. Damn. That's less damage than I was expecting. Alrighty, and him we just swing at. We will heal. Jesus Christ, boost damage is ridiculous. We will attack, we will boost, we will hit him again, and you know what? Just for the fuck of it, because he is weak to wind, let's hit him with Aeroga. I love the noise Bio makes too. Wham! I wonder if we can kill him before he Mega Flares. Is there a thing that does wind damage here? Fuck it. It looks like we might not need it. Oh wait, no, never mind, we might need it. Let's see. Oh god, that's a crit. Yep, that was a crit, alright. And we got Bahamut. Alrighty. Oh boy. Now, if you're wondering why we're walking out of this place and not teleporting out, it's because that path we just took is technically an exit, so we actually can't just warp out like we usually do. Oh, and also, for the time being, really quick, now that we have all the summons, what we should do, actually, in order to actually get the achievement, because we might not actually, summon, we're gonna, turn Lauren into a summoner real quick, and have her learn all the summons. There we go. We have now learned all the summon magic. Yeah, summons are weird in Final Fantasy because they're either overpowered as hell or, like, not useful. There's very rarely in between. I think Final Fantasy V has a good balance of having the summons be, like, useful at most points of the game without being, like, overpowered. Other games don't usually hit that balance. Saber-tooth ligers. Weird enemy. Let's see, we're only missing 2 enemies here now. And one of them only pops up on that 3rd floor, actually, so let's head on back. Ow. Yay! Yeah, one of them only pops up here for some reason. I really wish they would stop doing that. God, that annoys me. Like, if there's not gonna be a reason for having the enemy be rare on a particular floor, can it just not? Like, really, is that so hard? Bum, 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 bum. Oh yeah, what is logic drop level? 91. Jeez. Almost there. What good moves can Jolteon learn or worth buying? Thunderbolt. It gets double kick by level up. It gets pin missile by level up, which is fine. Dig is pretty good. Not that many, honestly. Like, the evolutions have always had problems with, like, their movesets being not great until, like, later games. But Jolteon usually has the least amount of problems with that, because the moves it can learn are fine. But yeah, it'll get double kick later, which is pretty good, and pin missile, which is also, like, nice. You can get Thunder Wave. And alrighty, that's all the enemies. Cool. Let me double check that. Yeah, that is in fact all the enemies. Perfect. I meant to use that on multiple. Ow! Alright, let's heal before we get the fuck out of here. Can you buy Thunderbolt? You need to get it from the casino. You might be able to see why I hate the casino, because they put a lot of convenient stuff over there. If you want to, you can buy Thunder from the mall, but the problem with Thunder is that it has less accuracy unless it's raining. So then it just becomes harder to use, generally. You can also buy Fire Blast and Solar Beam and Blizzard at the mall, but they all have less accuracy. They do more damage, but they have less accuracy, so once again, you make up your choice when you cross that road. Alrighty, there we go. And sadly, our time on the floating continent is over. It was such a nice time coming back home, but we need to get back to the surface? Question mark? I'm not sure what you would call this. But yeah, we get off. And then we gotta go get the Enterprise again, because we have to go to Doga's Manor. And now we get the fuck out! $4K. Yes, they're kind of expensive. Samorgs. Bam. Won the jackpot 4 times in 5 minutes. Good lord. Yeah, I fucking hate gambling, so I almost never touch those fucking places. Alright, so we're gonna save before we go inside, because, yeah, when we step back in, Doga and Une will then immediately teleport us to Doga's Grotto. Now, an important thing about this place, we will not be able to come back, so we do need to get everything that is here right now. So there's 5 enemies. Technically 4, because Perryton we actually ran across earlier. So yeah. And we can't miss anything. There's the Nemesis. Ow. Ow! Yeah, we might want to stop using blizzards while we're here. Might want to, punch up the numbers just a little bit. I don't think there's actually anything on this floor, yeah. Why the hell is 4 so low in comparison? That's weird. Oh well. Ow. So that's 2 out of the 5 enemies that are here. How many treasures are in here, actually? 6 and 2 items. Ambushed. That's not great. Well, they unconfused Lauren, at least. You know, that's nice. Oh, that is like no damage to these guys. Alright, we might want to use the break staff while we're here then. Much better. Alright. Treasure. Money. This guy's popping up a lot, and I wish he wouldn't. Where's the other guys? There's other guys! Much better. Matter of fact, hold on. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yeah, okay. Do 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 do. More nemesis. Getting real tired of these guys already. Alright, kick does really good damage against these guys. That's pretty good. Okay. Alright, kick and thunder it is. They seem resistant to ice. What's up here? Okay, enough of this guy! I'm tired of seeing him. Go away! Oh, jeez. Yeah, looks like Lauren is tired of seeing him, too. Okay, well, those are stairs, and I don't want to go down those. Alright, well, there's two new enemies, the Humbaba and Ogres. Alright, so we're just missing one enemy now. Yay! Where does sound effects go? Shining curtain, shining curtain. More of these fucking goobers. Matter of fact, let's try fire. Also, matter of fact, let's Libra one of them so we actually know what their weakness is, because these guys are actually kind of annoying. Were casinos in other games like Sword or Black and White? No, so after Gen 4, because of gambling laws, you couldn't really have casinos in games targeted to kids anymore. So a lot of so like anytime if they were to remake, like, that's why, okay, easy example, in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, the casino's not there anymore. I'm pretty sure, because they had to fucking exchange it, I think. Don't quote me on that, but a more recent example, in Dragon Quest VII, the Dragon Quest VII remake, the casino was gone in that game. Yeah, because, you know, having casinos in games targeted towards kids is a bit, evil, even if you mean well with it, because it's just like a because in the grand scheme of things, a casino in a video game is not the same thing as a casino in life. The problem is, because it's in a video game and targeted towards kids, you're basically psychologically influencing that child to be tolerant of casino practices when they grow up, which is really not healthy. So yeah, most video games don't really have casinos in them anymore. Which honestly, I'm fine with, because I don't like casinos anyway. Alright, so last time we couldn't actually fucking scan these guys. Yeah, like, yeah, the Mario and Luigi games, one of them had a casino in it too. Yeah, those just aren't going to be common anymore. Now, I wish that they would extend this to other things that are definitely gambling, like loot boxes, but, you know, we're kind of getting there-ish. Just give it enough time. I just wish it would happen faster. Alright, there we go. Libra. 16 HP. Fire. Okay, cool. FIFA pack, yeah, exactly. Like things like FIFA packs is a good example, or like gacha games, because like, I always mention, like I don't mind gachas in the grand scheme of things, but they're just really ridiculous. Like I've not played Nike in a while, or Girls Frontline, because we recently rediscovered that Girls Frontline finally has a PC port in English. So oh god, I was excited for that. But I like those games because they're generally more free-to-play friendly than a lot of other games. But even then, there's still fucking gacha games at the end of the day, so if you get fucked over, you get fucked over. It's just not a good feeling. Honestly, there's other problems with those types of games. As much as I want to enjoy them, there's still some other issues that they tend to have. But yeah, I don't trust companies enough to be responsible with those kinds of things. Which is why I prefer they just not do that to begin with. Hold on a moment, just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Bum, 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 bum. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. Okay, so the next enemy only appears on the later floors. Alright, see, good thing I looked that up. Thank you, Final Fantasy Wiki. Jesus Christ. That was a crate. She really wanted him gone. Brain is braiding. What was I gonna do? I don't know what I was gonna do. Check the treasures. Okay, we have all the chests. Alright, cool. He might just die in one hit here. No, he lived. Alright, and there... Nope, still missing some. These fuckers have popped up again. Yeah. Ba 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 ba. When is the new pass? I think when the new pack comes out, which is at the end of March. I think the 26th. Yeah. It's also when rotation happens, so like all the Regulation G stuff is gone. Yeah, we should heal. No Arvin. Yeah, dude, no Arvin. What else? Iono is gone. Fucking... Dude, no Electros's is gonna hurt from my Mega Dragonite deck, because getting energy conveniently on that otherwise is a pain in the ass. Yeah, Gardevoir gone. Couple of other things. That does make some decks a bit better. Like, Mega Starmie is coming in, and that one's... I'm kind of excited for that one. I want to use that with Gardevoir. Or not Gardevoir, with, Brain is braining right now. Frostlass. There we go. Oops, fucking... so yeah, we get Frostlass. What else? A couple of other things, but those are the major ones. Yeah. Honestly, I'm more miffed by the support cards we're losing rather than like the main cards, because the support cards are usually just a tiny bit more important for like all kinds of things, not just the main strategy, you know? Wow, it does like no damage in the back row. There we go. Come on, where is it? It's being mean. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. No stream on Fridays, Saturdays. Okay. Okay, yeah, so this guy can appear on multiple floors. He's just being mean and has not popped up. Alright, confirmed. The game is mean. Game is bullying me. Confirmed. Once again. Stop it, game! You know, we were so close to having a stream that didn't have a random enemy missing. Throw Pokeballs at it. That's not the problem. It's not popping up. It needs to appear before I can throw a Pokeball at it. But don't worry, we'll be throwing Pokeballs once we get to Final Fantasy V. Kind of. A little bit. Really tough myth body slam 4 times. What the hell were you trying to hit? Coughing. Oh yeah, probably used to minimize. Or a smoke screen to decrease your accuracy. Yeah. Okay, so when a Pokemon loses accuracy, you can just, like, he didn't? That sounds incorrect. Because Body Slam is perfect accuracy. Like Body Slam has guaranteed accuracy. It shouldn't miss at all unless something like that has happened. Whether he used Minimize or Smokescreen or something, it should not have. Especially because they don't have items on a lot of their Pokemon in Fire Red or Leaf Green, so it's not like he was holding something that would make it harder to hit him. Because, yeah, Body Slam doesn't have... it has 100 accuracy, so they probably did something. We're so close to one-shotting these guys. I just wish the other fucking enemy... Why does this always happen? It's not like this. I swear, it's not like the enemy we're looking for is any more rare or uncommon than the other guys that pop up. It's just, the game is just like, you know what would be really funny? Not popping up right now. I feel like this has happened, like, almost every time, too, where it's supposed to be an enemy that is, like, relatively common, but has just decided not to fucking appear. So goofy. Matter of fact, hold on. We'll head back to the first floor, because the first floor has the, like, least amount of encounters. So if we just go to the first floor... We go all the way back on the first floor, the very first floor. We'll just go head on back. No, not even this one. Nope, we're going further up. Ow. Once again, I love that the grinding I end up doing incidentally is because a fucking quote-unquote rare enemy is not popping up while I'm trying to fill up the fucking bestiary. Ow. No, he's paralyzed! Back at 25 for live. We probably will be. There's still a handful of things we do before we get to the final dungeon. Not what I meant to do. Man, that was a crit too. That was kind of sad. Fuck it, everyone beat his ass. Well, that's not very nice. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Alright, come on. Game, I just want you to know this infinite silliness of you deciding to not have enemies pop up that are supposed to be popping up that are not rare, but you're making them rare is not fun. I feel the need to stress that. Beat his ass. Oh wow, that petrifies on melee hit too. That's pretty cool. There we fucking go! That took long enough. Say hi to the Cyclops. Now kick his ass. Now we can get the fuck out of here. Alrighty. Do we have elixirs? Yeah, we need... Yeah, because we're missing MP. We're missing a lot of MP from all that. Alrighty, there we go. We fucking found them. Let's go down now. Ambushed by one guy. Oh, yeah? Ambush that. How about you ambush these nuts? Wow, once again, we have a lot of people just like popping in and not saying anything. I want you to know, people who pop in and then just don't say anything and just pop out, I still appreciate you. I can't see the view count while the game is on screen, so I just kind of just, you know, every time I like recheck OBS, I see big number. I'm like, oh, well, thank you. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Fucking back attacks. Alright, we're all out of high potions, but that's fine. We have 5 billion cure. Alrighty. You made it, but we're about to complete the Eureka Creep. But first, you must defeat us both in battle. Okay. Long ago, mankind came into possession of weapons far too powerful for them to wield. They were sealed away in Eureka, but now they are necessary. In order to go to Eureka, you need the key, but to create this key, we need massive amounts of energy. Energy we can only produce in battle! So yeah, now we gotta fight. I don't know why he transformed into that, but we gotta fight! Do we still have any Bacchus ciders? 4. Alright, perfect. Holy shit. Hey, he's slurping me! I should have boosted. I don't know, my brain for a moment. There we go. Alright, now beat his ass. Ow. Jesus Christ, see, that's why you boost. We, probably don't need to cider the second one, but... Alright, what the hell are you gonna transform into? What the fuck is that?! Holy, oh boy. Ow. Well, let's see if this one-shots. I highly fucking doubt it. But if it does, that would be very funny. No. And once again, we are bullying women! Stop it! Of course. Oh well. Now the Eureka key is complete. Take it with you. Alright, off to Sycarus Tower we go. Alright. Now once you leave here, you cannot get out here, so make sure you have everything that you wanted in here before you fucking leave, which we made sure to get, but I'm going to double check just in case, because, oh lord, do I not want to fucking sit here for another fucking while double checking enemies. So let me double check their numbers really quick. Okay. Yep, there they all are. Alright, cool. There we go. And you know what? While we're in here, got a shockwave, pin missile, double kick, and quick attack. What should you remove? What are you trying to learn? Hell, can we just like max these out? I'm gonna max these out. It's always fun to do this. Do we need this many? Probably not. Is that gonna stop me? No. Okay. Thunderbolt, in that case, get rid of Shockwave. Whee! Oh, come on, we were right there. Alrighty, there we go. Alrighty, there's a handful of things we can still do before we actually... Let's save. I know Lauren is still dying, but don't worry about it. Alrighty, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go on a little trip. We're going to go to every Chocobo forest. So, really quick, since we just came back to the floating continent, while we're right next to the village of the ancients, let's take a nap. Shockwave is OP. Not necessarily. It's good because it doesn't miss, but it does lower damage because that's how moves in Pokemon work. The ones that never miss have lower damage. Thunderbolt does way more damage, but it has 100 accuracy, so they have to do something like, you know, specific in order for it to miss. Alright. So, we're just gonna go inside and outside every Chocobo forest in the world. So, here's this one. Here's this one. Oop, give me a moment. Remove double kick? No, absolutely not. You want double kick, because double kick is coverage. Again, you don't want redundancy. You don't need two electric moves at the same time, especially when they effectively serve the same purpose. Double kick is really good because it gives you extra coverage. You don't need Shockwave and Thunderbolt. Like, you want Thunderbolt more, because it's just gonna do more damage, and that's more important than never missing. Because something specific has to happen where that matters. Alright. Over to this one right here. Wham! What's Quick Attack? Quick Attack is also really good, because Quick Attack is priority. So, Pokemon uses a system called priority. Basically, each move has a, like... How do I explain this quickly? It has, like, a level attached to it. And moves with higher levels go first before moves with lower levels. So, say, Protect. Protect has a really high level, so Protect usually goes first. There's only a handful of things that are faster than Protect. Quick Attack is a move that has high priority, meaning you can use it to go and attack first before your opponent does, which is really useful if your opponent might be faster than you, or if they only have like a little bit of health and you can Quick Attack them to finish them off before they can do anything. Likewise, there are also moves that have negative priority that move slower than other moves. That you know, work on that regard too. So, there's also moves that do that. So Quick Attack has priority, meaning it usually goes first, which is very useful. Let's see, is that everything on the floating continent? Yes, it is. Yeah. A good example, the move Extreme Speed has, I think it's +2, it might be +3 now, priority. So Extreme Speed is really, really, really fast, and it usually goes first. Like, if I use Quick Attack and you use Extreme Speed has higher priority than Quick Attack, so you're gonna hit me first. Let's see. I know there's a couple of these that I've already discovered, but we're just gonna double check them just in case. Oh yeah, and there was this one. Yeah. Yeah, Pokemon is like I said, a lot of this stuff doesn't matter when you're just playing through it in the single player and just trying to beat the game, but when you play against other players, a lot of the hidden mechanics are super important and you need to know a lot of them. So yeah, I know a lot of them because I like battling competitively because it's kind of fun. It's not for everyone. It's absolutely not for everyone. Do not get it twisted, but I do like it. Yeah, I've never been to this one. Yoink. Let's see. Next one. Oh, what the fuck? Look at these little guys. They're just off here by themselves. Look at this. Look at them. How did they even get there? Some VG tournaments. Not necessarily just exclusively VG tournaments, but just like competitive. I like competitive singles the most, but like the Pokemon Company doesn't have that. So I usually just play competitive singles with my friends, and I really like it because Pokemon is really interesting. Because Pokemon has like a lot of mechanics, but the main game doesn't really make you utilize any of those mechanics. So it feels really weird in the grand scheme of things. So there's that one. There's this one over here by the river. Can I land there? I can. Alright, cool. Okay, there's this one on the opposite end. Oh, right there. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not exactly the biggest fan of doubles because doubles... well, not a fan is, like, not correct, but, like, it just uses very different strategies compared to one-on-one, or compared to single battles. Like, doubles is a lot faster than single battles, so there's a lot of different things that happen and you can do. Like, it's much faster for one, like, which causes a lot of strategies that would normally you could use in singles, you just can't use in doubles at all, basically, which kind of sucks, not gonna lie. Alright, we need to grab the Invincible, because we actually need to go back to Falgabard. Ah, our ship. And we need to go back over here. Whee! Yeah, I never went to the woods that were over here. I should have. I much preferred the Nautilus. I like the Nautilus a lot more than the Invincible. The Invincible is too big. I don't like big ships. Alright, what's the next one? Let's see. Make sure we're not missing anything. Alright. We are in fact not missing anything. Although, hold on. Get out of here! Bum, 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 bum. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, what am I doing? Hello? Fucking. No, wait, that's not what I meant! Good enough. Alright, really quick. Let me double check. Let's see, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so that's 10 here. And I think 3 on the floating continent. So I think there's 13 chocobo woods. Go back up to the floating continent real quick so I can double check it. One, 2, 3. Yeah, 3. Okay, so it should be 13. So let me double check these really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes, that is all 13. Alright, cool. Alrighty. So, we're gonna head back over to the ancient maze. Which is over here. But we need to fucking go over here because we can't fly around mountains because I don't know. This fucking big ass ship isn't big ass enough, I guess. Alright, here we are. Chimera! They died. Not died enough. They need to die harder. Hello? There we go. Yay. Alright, so we're gonna get off, like, right here. Because we have some enemies to fight to make sure that we have our bestiary complete. So let's see, there are 4 enemies here, and we've already fought the Minotaur in the air. And let me double check this one really quick, so we're not missing anything. Boop. Yep, just seems to be around. Alrighty. Alright, so we're just gonna hang around, like, right here. Alright, there's some ones, ligers. Ow. Ow. Wham. Ow. Oh my god, stop bullying women! Why does this happen every fucking time? Dude! I need to test that now. I need to just, like, a full male only, like, playthrough of a fucking RPG and just to see, watch them, like, attack everyone equally. I don't get it. This has been a running theme every time I've fucking named... I've fucking female musicians popped up, and I've named my party members after female musicians. I don't know why. Oh, there he is. All right, cool. I was expecting him to be a bit rarer. I'm happy he's not. Perfect. Punch him. All right, cool. Let's double check here really quick. We're missing 60 to 63 is in this area. All right, or 160 to 163. Okay, so we're just missing this one. This one is... Okay. Those are probably in the woods. I would imagine those would be in the woods. Oh, they do have a different list to, like, their drops and their steals. Although most enemies just seem to have, like, potions and stuff, which is kind of weird, not gonna lie. Alright, so let's go in the woods, because it's probably where the other guy is. Based on its name, I'm assuming it's a, Okay, that's not what I was expecting, but we found it. So you know what? Good job, me. we fucking found it anyway, who cares? Ow. Alrighty, cool. Alright, so we're just gonna scoot on over just a bit closer to the ancient maze. Now you might be wondering what the fuck. Hey! Get out of here! No one invited you! Get down! Get the fuck down! Alright, cool. Alright, let's take another nap before we get over there. Wham. And bam. Neat. Alright, what's our job level? 97! Almost at max job level with White Mage. So we finally will be able to change that soon. Alright, inside the ancient maze we go. Except this time we're actually going to go around to do the, maze part of the ancient maze. Because there's a couple of enemies here that are a bit different, like this, Yune's clone. See, matter of fact, how many enemies are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, cool. Now we'll live. There's a greater demon. You don't look that great. Nah, I've seen greater. That guy is pretty mid. See? A greater demon would have died in more hits. Lilith Kiss, Crystal Shield. Iron Claws! I'm gonna love this guy in Final Fantasy V. And anyone who's played Final Fantasy V knows why. Ow. Bam! Alright, that's fine. It was a missing point! Well, since we're outside again. God, I love you memory set cursor setting, but sometimes you betray me. Alrighty. So that's 3 out of... How many did I fucking say were in here? 6? Yeah, it's 3 out of 6. Alright, let's... I should actually scan these guys so I know what the hell to hit them with. Ow. Ow. Never mind. You know what? Knowledge is for pussies. Preemptive strike. Oh, you poor bastard. Okay, see, this greater demon was definitely greater than the other greater demons. That guy took more than one hit. Oh no, it's a bone dragon! Alright, so, he's undead. So you know what that means? Ow. Trust me, better the fire than the other option. Crystal gloves. Can anyone use those? Probably. Never mind. Stronger than the Genji gear. That's a shock. I keep fucking doing that. Alrighty. Oh, he's back! Do it again. Ow. Yeah, he's gonna explode. I should have went up here first. I can see the fucking thing on the map, and I just didn't go over to it because I am a potato. Good fucking thing that missed! Hopefully that just does wind damage and doesn't do what it normally does, what I'm used to it doing in later games. Matter of fact, how many treasures are in this place? 15. Alright, cool. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Alright. Around 2,000 health. No weakness. Okay, cool. Greater demon! How great are you? Let's put him to the test. Not that great. That would have killed him even if we didn't hit him before. Alrighty, King Behemoth! Alright, this guy I'm actually a little scared of. Ow! Yeah, we want everyone at, like, absolute full health. You know, that makes me wonder if boost stacks. Because it didn't give me, like, a fail message or anything, so I'm assuming it does. I hope it does. Yeah, I think it does. Alrighty, cool. Crisis averted. Alright, so we're only missing one enemy now. Breakblade, Omni Rod, and Phoenix Down. But we can't hold anymore, but who cares? Alright, can you use that? No. God damn it. Alright, so I'm guessing the Omni Rod is for you. Yup. Alright, we're fighting a lot of, No, this is just for the bone dragons, because honestly, nothing else in here is warranting that. Alright, and real quick, Break Blade. I'll use this. Only knights. Well, we haven't been using knights, so... Alright, we're on the path of evil! Yep, that's some damage. Yep, that's some fucking damage. Jesus Christ. Oh, let's quick save, actually, because it will make me feel safe. Crystal Helm. Thanatos! And that's all of the enemies! Perfect. I don't think we need to go any farther for this guy. I think we can just punch it. Break-ga. How about you break these nuts? Bam. Alright, that's all the enemies in this place. Perfect. Alright, Dual Haken. What the hell is that? Whatever it is, I think I've picked it up before, because I don't see it here. Yeah, it's an axe. Okay. What are we missing? 4 more. I want to hit him with Kiraga, like, once, but he's, like, very squishy now. Oh, yay! Live! Preemptive strike? Oh, you poor baby. Okay, you know what? I'm starting to understand why the enemies go after Lauren first. Oh wait, I didn't want a Kiraga hit. Looks like I won't need to worry about that. Protect Ring. 98. We're almost at it. What are we missing? 2 more. Let's see. Okay, cool. Ow. Alrighty, see, this demon, he's greater. He's back! Ah! Bam! Get bioed. Any funny names for Dratini? Well, I gave you the nickname Million because because of how much money you need in order to get it. Normally, I name mine Uno. Holy Lance and Hell Claws. Are the claws like still like actually like bad? Yes. Yes, they are. Silly question. All right, let's double check the bestiary. We're looking for numbers. This should be in order. 164 to 169. Alright, yep, that's all of them. And let me just double check here to make sure we haven't missed anything. We have not. Alright, we're doing great. Alright. Bing. Okay. God, do we want to do a little bit of this now? You know what? little bit of this now. Because, yeah, as you might guess by this gigantic, imposing statue or fucking building ahead of us, this is the final dungeon. But it's a very long and different final dungeon compared to a lot of other Final Fantasies, so... fuck it. My paycheck. Gomori, that is a face of all time. Will that fit? Maybe. It should. It's 10 characters or less, so yeah, that should fit. Ow. Alrighty, so we're gonna go in here. And we're gonna go up to this thing, because this thing... okay, so this crystal tower is technically the final dungeon, but if we did everything we were supposed to do, yeah, this goes to Eureka. So, we use the Eureka key and we get to go inside. Bum 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 bum. I really like this remix, but I think I like the original just a tiny bit more. Both very good, though. Alrighty. So yeah, welcome to Eureka. There's obviously a couple new enemies here, and they kinda hurt. We'll live. We'll be fine. Ow. Hello? That was rude. Stop it. Let's see. Matter of fact, those Sleipnirs are the first enemies we've encountered here. What else is here? Oh, hey, there we go. We got it. Level up one job to 99. Good job, Logic. You did it. Time for a promotion. There we go. And you know what's the best part? We don't even need to change any of our magic. There we go. Much better. Although a rest wouldn't hurt, but yeah, you know, we're already here. Get a bomb arm and heavenly wrath. Oh yeah, how many enemies are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, cool. Paycheck, one word. All right. Ba 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 bum bum. Do 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 do. Oh, is it one word or two words? Yes, it's one word. Elixir, Arctic Wind. Alright, so that's two of the enemies out of the way already. Bum, 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 bum. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Poor Lauren. Why they gotta be mean? Ow! Much better. Oh. Yeah. Oh no! It's a ninja! Punch him! Oh. Ow! Alright, that's a tough ninja. I already miss Bio. Lauren does it. A ribbon! Alrighty, we're definitely giving that one to logic. Yep. Good old ribbons. Let's, elixir up so we get all of our MP back now. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. I'm still waiting for the other enemy. There's other enemies that appear later, but they appear like much later, so on the later floors. So I'm not too worried. 9 jackpots today, good lord. See, this is why we can't have casinos in kids' games. They're gonna start gambling. Oh, how many chests are in here? 19. Damn. I like how you can just barely tell the difference when they're actually affected by Petrify. Because of how fucking gray they are. That's very silly. Arctic Wind, Heaven Wrath, Phoenix down. Alright, that's pretty much all the... oh god, ow! Alright, that's all the enemies on these earlier floors. We're just missing the 2 that pop up on the later floors. Oh god. Ow. Not so much ow. Okay, definitely ow. God, I hate back attacks. You know, all these shuriken and really game, all these shuriken and nothing to do with it. Man, I wish there was a way we could use these shuriken. there's one of the enemies that are exclusive to these lower ones. We're gonna boost, actually. I don't know how strong this guy is, and I don't want to find out. Ow. Jesus fucking Christ. Wow. Ten more now. Yay! Wham, wham, nope, wham, and then, God, there's like nothing really to attack with our healers. I kind of wish Scholar worked like it did in fucking, in Final Fantasy 14, that way I could just like do some damage over time and just focus on healing. I should play Final Fantasy 14 on stream. I'm still in A Realm Reborn. It's been a while. I like Scholar the most. Scholar is definitely my favorite class. Right, we're gonna quick save and fight this thing. Moonring Blade, Force of Darkness, show your worth. It's Hein again. His name is Amon this time, but who cares? So we're gonna boost. We're gonna poison. Actually, no. You know. Yeah. All right. We're gonna haste. Now, just like before, this guy can cast Barrier Shift. Quickest game you've ever completed. Does half-minute hero count? Because, like, that's a game you're supposed to complete, like, several times. I don't think that counts for the sake of it. Holy shit! In that case, I'm not sure. I play a lot of fucking games. Is this gonna do damage because he barrier shifted? It still does. Oh, get shit on. How about you barrier shift these nuts? Damn. Poor bastard. Never stood a chance. Oh, we got the Moonring Blade now. I'm trying to think, what's the shortest games I've played? Oh, it's the shortest RPG. Let's start there. Shortest RPG I've played. God, I don't even know that, honestly. I'm genuinely actually not sure. Like, oh, perfect! There's Oceanus, that's all the enemies. If you one-shot this thing, okay, I was about to say, I would have been very concerned. There's like platformers too. You know, technically arcade runs in like fighting games can be pretty short. You know, Mario Brothers of Wonder 100% in 10 days. I never played Wonder. I don't have a Switch. Yeah, I tend not to play shorter games all that much, honestly. Alright. Next weapons. Masamune, the Mystic Blade. Defeat me, and I am yours to wield. It's a Kunoichi. Boost. Alright. Alright, as usual, we're just gonna haste Lauren and watch Lauren fucking obliterate this lady in one hit. Ow. Angry Birds Trilogy. Holy shit. I love that Brian's not doing anywhere near the comparative damage. Hey yo, you gave Tyler some glasses. He looks cool now. He's the cool Tyler. Haste. Oh no, she's hasting herself. Do I want to boost with him? I don't think I need to. You get 3,000. Is it better to pay the rest by Poké Dollars? Almost always no, because it's really expensive and money is not easy to get in Pokemon games at all, honestly. Money is relatively rare because you have a limited number of fights. And until you get to the Elite Four, you really don't have an easy way of getting money. So no, I would never spend money past a certain amount just for casino coins. It's really expensive. It is insanely inefficient. I would never do that. Alright, and we got the Masamune. Is Phoenix down? Is that... Missing a handful of chests. One time... Yeah, one time is, like, fine, but that's about it. Because, I'm not joking when I say money is very hard to come by in Pokemon games. Because the only really way to get money past a certain point is just to fight the Elite Four over and over and over again. So if you're not at that point, you basically have a finite amount of money. Like, it's not like this game, right? Because right here in Final Fantasy, I can fight as many random enemies as possible because all the enemies drop money. Enemies don't drop money in Pokemon, only trainers do. Which is why you need to really think about how you spend your money. And this is before they had Pokemon that would hold items that you could sell. You can battle with Versus Seeker. Yeah, but even that doesn't... It's not completely there because it's still not that much money. That's what I mean. Like, it's just such a inefficient method of getting money. Until later games, honestly. Because later games will give you things like the Amulet Coin that, like, increases the amount of money you get from fights. Like I said, it's a lot easier to rematch people. Yeah, money is not easy to get in Pokemon games until, like, later generations. At all. At all. So yeah, you want to really be careful with the money you spend in Pokemon games. Alright, and over here we have a sword and a stone. I wonder what this is! Who the fuck is the General? Yeah, that guy, yeah, okay, sure, whatever you say. Alright, so since we have the potential to actually hit damage cap with Lauren, I think it's just better to boost once and then attack. Because if we boost twice, we're just gonna hit the damage cap. He's slurping them. That did way less damage than I was expecting. We're out of bios. What do I want to use? How about Thundagas? We'll haste Brian. Ow. Ow. There we go. There's some numbers, Brian. Good job. I probably should have checked if Brian can actually use any of those swords we got, like the Masamune. Probably can. Can I not use Protect on multiple? I cannot. That sucks. Oh well. Fuck it. Jesus Christ. Because yeah, this guy honestly doesn't deal that much damage, surprisingly. I was expecting bigger numbers. I'm disappointed in you, General. You let your people down. What kind of general are you? Not a good one, apparently. And there is Excalibur. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, so let's heal, and let's actually see if we can use any of that crap we were just getting. You can use Masamune and the Moon Ring Blade. I would not have thought about that. For a very specific reason that will become obvious in like 2 seconds when we get over there. Now we're gonna use elixirs on Tyler, so you can, yeah, logic too, so we can get our MP back. All right, let's go. All right, behold, floors. There we go. There's some numbers. Much better. See, I'm silly. My bad, Brian. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. We could probably just hit this guy, right? Like, I don't think we need to fucking worry too much anymore. I'll haste the other two anyway, just in case. How many jackpots do you think I'll win for free bins? I don't know. Like, I don't. Like I said, I don't know exactly the odds of the casino in Fire Red Leaf Green, because I just usually don't use the fucking casinos. There was one ROM hack I played where the casino odds were like ridiculous, and it was really easy to just fucking just get a metric crap ton of money, and that was it. Like, I almost never use the casinos in these games. It's just not my... I don't know. Like, there's gotta be something insane in a casino for me to put up with it. Hopefully he doesn't target Tyler again. Oh boy. Ow. Alright, well, they're hasted, so now I can just heal them. No, not boost. Hit him. Break his balls. Alrighty, and now we get the Elder Staff as well as our final jobs. The Sage and the Ninja. Yeah, these jobs are a little ridiculous, to put it mildly. See, these tomes are better for physicals, right? But like, I at least, you know, fuck it. Let's hold 2 books. Our brain is big, and I don't think I actually want their equipment all that different, honestly. I think Masamune Excalibur is good. Full crystal gear on you. We got the Moon Blade and the Holy Lance on you. With the Genji stuff, we got the Omni Rod and the Elder Staff on you, which I think is pretty nice. Matter of fact, hold on. Does anything give me more intellect? The tomes give me more intellect. What gives the most? These are all +2s. These ones are +3s. Yeah, we'll hold. I think the light one, I think there's been a lot more enemies that are weak to lightning here than anything else. Anyway, yeah, you will get the Elder Staff. You can keep that. Yeah. So yeah, we do absurd amounts of damage now with these Jobs. But we're not done yet, because we gotta go over here. Also, magic. Yeah, turns out we can use like all the magic. Like all the magic. Number of spells can be learned in those tiers. Yeah, because those are all, yeah, you're all, like, fully there, right? So, I don't think we can learn any of these ones, because we haven't really used any of our summons. But we can now. Well, we could have before, but it's a lot more fun now. Also, hold on, elixirs. Much better. And now, there's one other thing we have access to that will make this very silly. Alright, it's Guardian. Throwing. This is the first Final Fantasy that has throwable items. And oh god, are they fucking ridiculous. Those shurikens just did more damage than fucking Bahamut. There's a reason there's a limited number of these. Although... wow. And there's Ragnarok. And with that, that is all the hidden items and all of the special items in Eureka. We're gonna optimize this because honestly, all right, Ragnarok Masamune for you, Excalibur Moonring for you. You got it, game. Let's keep going because we're not done. Because in here are these guys. There's an elixir here, a shuriken here, another shuriken here, another elixir here. Hi. And these guys are stores. Tornado, Arise, Holy, Flare, Death, and Meteor. And you have... oh, well, we already have these, but yeah, they sell multiple copies of Bahamuts if you want multiple Bahamuts for some reason. Which, speaking of... we will now unlearn these. And you will now learn these. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, we never actually, like, attached these to you. We should. Bahamut Blast. Yeah, pretty much. Alrighty, full-on black magic. Meanwhile, holy. Arise. Tornado. Yeah, poor summons. The summons just don't get used too much in this. It's not your fault, summons. It's not. Let's see. And then finally, this button right here. Reveals this guy. Hi. Who sells shurikens, crystal shields, crystal helms, crystal bales, crystal gloves. We're not using those shields. I'll buy one more just in case. And then 5 billion shuriken. I would hate getting here and not having 4 times money. What about 20 for now? You can come back down here technically if you want to. Like, nothing's stopping you from coming back down this place later. I might grind off screen and buy more, to be quite honest, because, you know, I had no money, you poor bastard. So yeah. Oh boy. And with that, 50 of these 2 hit the entire game. Yeah, dude, you saw the last fight. Like, dude, these things literally, and I do mean literally, do more damage than Bahamut. Shuriken are insane. So yeah. With that, you just go, oh, you missed. Yeah, I threw a shuriken and it did like 7,000 damage. And Bahamut only did like 4,000. Don't scream at me. So yeah. We're gonna get out of here. Don't forget, if you want to come back all the way down there and just re-grab all that stuff, that is definitely an option. You know, you are not hurting for getting down there. Not at all. Not even remotely. But yeah, we will actually save now that we're out there. And yeah, because all that's left is like the final dungeon, as you might imagine, we are very, very, very close to the end of the game. With that, now is a good time as any to stop. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you come around for next time. Next time being Saturday. I think Meow is available then, so we'll probably get back to playing League of Legends, because ARAM Mayhem is very fun. And with that, I might have a little surprise when we come back to Final Fantasy 3. Thank you! Later! I'm going to relax now. Whee!